One of my subscribers has asked me to rebuild the Carolina Panthers with Bryce Young. And let's be real here, CJ Stroud is definitely going to get the Rookie of the Year this year. This doesn't mean that Bryce Young is necessarily bad. It's just overall, he doesn't seem to be in the best position. I mean, at the same time, CJ Stroud, his offense doesn't seem to be in the best position either. Going into the season, he had no receivers. Tank Dell has really stepped up. You never knew if Tank Dell was going to be good until, of course, he played. And then on his offensive line, CJ Stroud also has Lermy Tunsil, and then that's about it. But for right here on the offensive line, Ike Mukwanu and Taylor Moton, I would say is a solid offensive line. Bradley Bozeman's actually very underrated. It's just Bryce Young, literally the offensive coordinator said it himself that the Panthers cannot properly run plays because of Bryce Young's height. So that's coming into effect. I'm sure they will work around it. I can definitely see the long-term development of Bryce Young. But for right now, I'm going to put Jonathan Mingo at 1 just because he's the youngest guy. He has star dev. Adam Thielen has actually been balling out this year. DJ Chark has been solid. Hayden Hurst has been all right. I think he would have been better with the Bengals. But defensively, this is where the upside comes in. Brian Burns, I'm honestly surprised he's not an X factor, and I'm surprised Derek Brown is not a superstar. Shaq Thompson, Deion Jones, Etier Gross-Matos, Justin Houston. I'm surprised Frankie Louvu isn't a star dev. Wow, a lot of very underrated players on this team. Where is Jeremy Chin? Jeremy Chin is a second string? No, he's a DB. I guess he's playing slot DB now. I know he plays safety. I know he did play safety. I'm moving him back to safety. I don't care what anyone says. Oh, well, technically, he plays DB. I don't care. I don't want Xavier Woods at free safety. Jeremy Chin was the strong safety, I believe, in his rookie year. Yeah, he goes from a 78 to an 82. That's much better. And then J.C. Horn, absolutely disrespected. 83 star dev, EA. Are you kidding me? Oh, you're cheating, Vic. I don't care. This is disrespectful. I'm giving him superstar dev. Realistically, I think J.C. Horn should be like an 86 overall superstar dev. I'll leave him at an 83 so that way I don't push my luck too much with my comments. But J.C. Horn definitely deserves superstar dev. I think Brian Burns deserves X Factor, but I'm just going to leave it where it's at with just J.C. Horn for now. Going to be rebuilding this team. I think we need a better running back core. Really, Miles Sanders isn't doing much. Of course, I need a younger and better overall receiving core for Bryce Young, but we're going to see how it goes. Let's move into the midseason mark. 2-3-1 at the midseason mark with me at the helm at coach. Hey, it's better than what? 1-9, 1-8, whatever the Panthers are in real life. But for right now, of course, we want to build around Bryce Young. Wide receiver is the strength of the class. I do want that. I do want to draft a running back in the second round if I possibly can. Drafting and developing running backs is actually really hard in Madden because unless they get superstar or X Factor, it's pretty hard to develop. Brian Burns, of course, I want you back long-term, 5 years. He resigns. Jeremy Chin, of course, I want you back long-term as well. I think Jeremy Chin, honestly, should have been Defensive Rookie of the Year, but Chase Young got it over him. Deion Jones, you're 28, you're old, you're regressing. You're not even going to be you're probably going to be like a 75 by the end of the year. I wouldn't mind Frankie Louvu back, but he doesn't want state income tax. He wants to be a historic champion. I can't do anything about that. His least interest is the scheme, so changing the scheme wouldn't help too much. DJ Chark is not interested. Same with Laviska Shenault, CJ Henderson, Etier Gross-Matos. I'm not really interested in Etier Gross-Matos. J.C. Horn, I'm not going to re-sign him just because I want to just give him his contract and be done with it. So I'm not going to accept the fifth-year option is what I meant to say. But anyways, let's move into the playoffs. Here we are finishing 6-10-1, which is honestly better than what the Panthers probably will do in real life. The Panthers will probably get the number 1 pick, aka it's going to the Bears, or number 2. It's going to be a top 5 pick, guaranteed. But for the team, passing game is second, and our points per game is 10th. Our rushing game is last. Our defensive points per game is 25th, but we are mid in rushing and passing defense. Bryce Young did amazing in his rookie year with me at coach. What does he have? Is he even in top 10? He's 9th for league MVP in his rookie season with me at coach. Obviously, it's a different story. 6th best offense in the NFL, 14th best defense, and we went 6-10-1. Bryce Young, 4,600 yards, 34 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. The problem, almost 100 pass rating. Still a good rookie season. 9 touchdowns for Miles Sanders, 3.6 per carry is not good. Hayden Hurst, 100 receptions, 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns. That's what happens whenever you use the Kansas City offense. Adam Thielen, 10 touchdowns, 1,200 yards. I really wanted Jonathan Mingo to do a lot better than this and get Rookie of the Year with Bryce Young, but guess not. I mean, you can't get it with someone, but you can still get a dev up on your rookie year pretty easily. Shaq Thompson, 136 tackles for a loss, 27 for Frankie Louvu, sacks, 12 for Frankie Louvu. He's getting a dev up, and I'm going to re-sign him. Interceptions, 4 for Shaq Thompson. Safeties on the team, 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. Frankie Louvu, just balled out for us completely. 27 tackles for a loss is amazing. Let's move in to the offseason. And the 49ers beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl. Christian McCaffrey wins the Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen wins the league MVP. And really, Rashee Rice, Rookie of the Year. I have a top 10 candidate for league MVP. I understand he had 18 receptions, but a top 10 candidate for league MVP in his rookie year, and he doesn't get a dev up. Calais Campbell and a fullback for the Buccaneers both retire. Really. Hopefully he still gets superstar dev. Top 10 for MVP in a rookie season is amazing, regardless of the interceptions. He has superstar. Did he come with that, or did he get that? No upgrade? I guess he came with superstar dev, I guess, or I'm just blind. But anyways, for the rest of the team, Jonathan Mingo, star dev, Adam Thielen, star dev, Hayden Hurst, star dev. Defensively, Frankie Louvu, star dev, Justin Houston, star dev, Jeremy Chin, superstar dev. That's a nice upgrade, but not going to be re-signing Justin Houston. He's regressed into the ground, but let's move into the re-signings. For the player re-signings, J.C. Horn, again, I'm not going to accept the option because I just want to give him a contract. Frankie Louvu, he has to stay. I'm going to have to overpay for this contract, and he wants to test out free agency. No, you're getting tagged. I don't care how much it's worth. Everyone else here, I'm just not interested in. We have $27 million. Hopefully we can get like a new running back is what I'm hoping for in free agency, so let's move into it. Not the best free agency, but definitely not bad. Devin White is young, has star dev, and has an interest with the team, so it was a relatively solid contract for the team. And I'm going to move Shaq Thompson, a right outside linebacker. But let's move into the draft with no first-round pick. In the second round, because we don't have a first-round pick, wide receiver D'Angelo Cherry out of Oklahoma State, 6'5", 229, 90 speed, 90 jumping, 90 acceleration. Not super fast, but being 6'5", obviously makes up for it. Hidden dev, B's across the board for a second-round pick. This is the new wide receiver one. Jonathan Mingo can be the slot. In the third round, I'm picking up a new tight end because Hayden Hurst is, I believe, 29 or 30, 6'5", 247, 86 speed, 85 acceleration. Hidden dev, a deep route, a catch in traffic, a short route, and he had a bunch of elite athleticism abilities. For a third-round pick, he looks great. Year number 2 for this team, obviously it's a little bit more revamped than this. Cherry is a 74. He's going to be the number 1. It looks like the AI picked up this guy named Johnson, who seems to be all right here. Ben Johnson's actually the tight end. My bad. The AI didn't pick him up. I did. I'm going to cut Ian Thomas just so that way Ben Johnson can play. Ian Thomas is a third string for us, and I like Tommy Tremble. So let's refresh this. Ben Johnson is going to be a 70 overall tight end. Cherry's going to move to 1. And honestly, I picked up this guy in the third round. He doesn't seem the best. I would honestly rather just trade Miles Sanders. 3.6 per carry is nothing. I don't want his contract. He's done virtually nothing for us. Buccaneers are the only team that actually have an interest, and they have negative cap room. So which team like actually needs a running back? What can I think of that comes to mind? Really not many teams. Running back is a pretty disposable position. Actually, the Patriots might want him. Can I get a 4 and a 5 for him? That seems fair for Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders to the Patriots for a 4 and a 5. I feel like Chuba Hubbard will do just as good of a job, if not better. And if not, I can find a better running back in free agency for cheaper. So I'm going to go look real quick to see if I can find a better running back. And Raheem Mostert, Gus the Bus, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Sure, I guess. I mean, we'll see how he does. I mean, technically he's going to be the second string because he's going to be a 76, but really can't do much worse than 3.6 per carry. I understand we're in the Chiefs passing offense, but still, averaging 3.6 per carry is not really the best thing. And we're going to take Cherry, move him to 1. Thielen can be the 2. Mingo's going to be the slot. I'm going to move Ben Johnson to the 1. I'm kind of tempted to trade Hayden Hurst because I really don't need him for anything else. I honestly should have packaged him with Chuba Hubbard, but the rest of the team does not look bad. This guy looks like the AI picked up in probably the 6th round because I traded away both my 5th round picks. I'm going to move Shaq Thompson to right outside linebacker, and then we should be able to progress from there. But overall, I think it's a nice improvement on the team. Getting that really good 6'5" receiver in the 2nd round, I think was honestly a steal. Got all that. Offensively, looking nice, making sure we have Mingo in the slot. Mingo is not in the slot. I'll make sure to change that, or I'll just move the other guy to 2. Yeah, I'll just move the, Mingo to 2, and Thielen can play in the slot. So anyways, guys, apart from that, year number 2, hope we do better. Let's move into the midseason. All right, it looks like we're actually getting the #1 pick this year, and it seems that Bryce Young, even though I give him an entirely new receiving core, he goes, nah, without Miles Sanders, I'm not a complete quarterback. All right, without a running back that was 2 overalls higher than Chuba Hubbard, it's done. There's nothing left to discuss here. It's over with. Anyways, it looks like we're not going the Bryce Young route because I already gave you your receivers. There's nothing you should be complaining about, Bryce Young. You should be producing, or is it the defense that's not doing well? I mean, neither side is really performing that well. So, players ready to negotiate. Let's see what we got here. J.C. Horn, absolutely, please come back. We need good players. Resign. He does. Derek Brown, absolutely want you back. Let's increase your salary a little bit more, too. And he says, I want to say yes right now. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Frankie Louvu. Depends how you play this year because that's still a big contract. Keep that in mind. That's still a big contract. He bought out last year. Dante Jackson will do another year with you and work down your contract as you regress. Austin Corbett, not bad, but I can find someone that I don't have to pay for like basically the same overall in development. Chuba Hubbard, not really interested in. Same with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Hopefully I find a different running back in free agency. Johnny Hecker's just getting old and I can cheap out for a punter in free agency as well. So anyways, we're losing a lot of the team, but we're going to gain a lot of momentum in the future. Let's move into the playoffs. Here we are finishing 5-12. Dude, if you're going to suck, completely suck. Get the #1 pick. God, you don't be mid. Just suck, dude. Bryce Young. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Seems similar to last season. 7th best offense. Defense is tanking. And okay, lower interceptions, a little bit higher touchdowns, 4,500 yards, 99 pass rating, 0.1 away from 100. So a lot better of a season. Chuba Hubbard actually did worse than Miles Sanders. All right. Really need to fix that running back situation immediately. Adam Thielen, 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. Ben Johnson, 5 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Jonathan Mingo, 1,000 yards, 3 touchdowns. And D'Angelo Cherry with 10 touchdowns. All very good seasons, very good ball distribution. And Devin White, 144 tackles for a loss, 18 for Frankie Louvu. Sacks, 11 for Brian Burns, 10 for Frankie Louvu, 10 for Derek Brown. Frankie Louvu is going to get a re-sign. 4 interceptions for Dante Jackson. Safeties, 1 for Derek Brown. 0 defensive touchdowns. We got to do something. We got to do something here with this nice pick, but let's move in to the offseason. And the Jets with Aaron Rodgers beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers wins the Super Bowl MVP. Jalen Hurts wins the league MVP. And D'Angelo Cherry wins Rookie of the Year. Really? Thought his tight end did a little bit better than him, but all right, I guess. But 2024 retirements, let's see what we got for the NFC South. Andy Dalton retires, that's fine. He was a mentor, actually. He had the mentor tag for Bryce Young, which was actually kind of useful for us, but it is what it is. Adjust lineup, we're going to see what we got here for the team. Cherry gets Superstar Dev. Johnson gets Superstar Dev, or did he come with it? Bryce Young has X Factor. Wow, okay, I did not expect that. Superstar Dev was increased for Johnson and increased for Cherry as well for Rookie of the Year. But Bryce Young getting X Factor this early on is great. It's amazing. I don't know how Thielen doesn't get an upgrade, but these guys do. I mean, I guess they're rookies, so it shows quote-unquote more potential. But Jeremy Chin gets X Factor. Devin White has Superstar. Frankie Louvu, I'm surprised he doesn't go up to Superstar. We need more depth at defensive tackle. That would help significantly for our line. But anyways, let's move into the re-signings. For the players ready to negotiate, Ike Mekwonu doesn't want to be here, so I'll accept his 5th-year option. I'll just give Derek Brown a player-friendly deal here. He should accept this. He resigns on that. Austin Corbett, I can replace you. Shaq Thompson, same deal. My running backs have been trash. Everyone else don't care about. I'm probably going to end up trading away Hayden Hurst, honestly, just because I don't need him. Johnson's been doing great. Let's move into free agency. So not only did we improve at positions, we replaced them as we went. Greg Newsome didn't replace anything, but definitely improved here. Greg Newsome along with J.C. Horn, 88 overall, young star dev, JOK to replace Shaq Thompson. Got a long-term punter, got Frankie Louvu back, and got Elijah Mitchell just as a replacement. Obviously, it's not a fix, but it is what it is. There's nothing really other there. And, I mean, there was Nick Chubb in free agency. I just don't go after Nick Chubb a lot because he's always there because the Browns screwed themselves with their cap room. But let's move into the draft. So it's really stupid that I have to give up this much value to get Javonte Williams. I'm swapping pick number 3 in the draft and pick 22, and I'm giving up a next year's 4th, 2nd, and this year's 7th. It doesn't make any sense. In real life, if you swapped a first-round pick for pick 14 in Javonte Williams, this would just go through. I can't believe I have to give up a next year's 2nd. That's how high Madden values running backs, but I need one, and I'm going to get Javonte Williams from the Broncos. Yeah, I don't need a DB. I don't care. I just always pick up DBs for no reason. But at the same time, best player available. Kerry Callahan out of Florida. Man-to-man, 6'2", hidden dev. Looks great. 90 speed, 95 acceleration. A catching, A injury, B zone coverage, B man, B press, B awareness. Very balanced. He looks great. Getting a new center in the third round, Dom Curtis out of Texas A&M, 6'4", 305, hidden dev, 86 strength, 80 acceleration, A's across the board. For a third round pick, he will be the replacement. Fourth round pick, center Tim Barlow out of South Carolina, 6'4", 300 pounds, hidden dev. He's going to replace Austin Corbett, move to right guard. A pass block power. Obviously, he's a pass protector archetype. And of course, as I said before, he's going to replace Austin Corbett. And with another fourth round pick, another center here who I'm going to move to left guard because I still need to fill in this offensive line, and I had another fourth round pick from trading back, well, actually trading out of the fourth round last year, and it pays off because the entire interior offensive line is just replaced for Bryce Young. All right, year number 3 for Bryce Young and the Panthers. A lot of these guys are going to be shifted around. Cam Allen out of Ohio State got 3 centers, just pretends like some of them played guard back in high school or something. I mean, a lot of offensive linemen actually shift around, so that's actually kind of a realistic storyline. Dom Curtis out of Texas A&M, he's going to move over to right guard. I can't believe we got 3 back-to-back, like 3 in a row centers that all had star dev or better here. They look great on the offensive line. Cherry's still going to be the one. And is Hayden Hurst? Yeah, he's 72 overall now. I mean, you might as well keep him since he's here. There's no point in cutting him. I have the money to keep him. Adam Thielen, he's going to be playing in the slot again. He is going to be playing in the slot again. So we're going to move him there. Jonathan Mingo to the 2. And yeah, very youthful team. Getting Javonte Williams and Elijah Mitchell, I think, will definitely help us, especially for this year number 3, I believe. Callahan's a 77 overall, and he's a DB number 4. So that just shows you how cracked our team is. Yeah, need more depth on the interior defensive line, but it is what it is for now. Devin White, I want playing over JOK. Callahan, I want in the slot. You know what? Sure. Let's give Cherry all the reps here. Javonte Williams, why was he not starting? I need to change this real quick, but why was Javonte Williams not starting over Elijah Mitchell? Oh, well, he's a lower overall third down back. I do not care. I do not care. He's starting over Elijah Mitchell for sure on every single snap. Elijah Mitchell will just rotate sometimes. Let's move into the year number 3 and the midseason mark. 5-1, top of the division, complete rebuild, complete turnaround for this team. Fixing the interior offensive line obviously helped. Dom Curtis already up to a 77 overall. 3 overalls in 8 weeks. Could be a superstar development player on our hands there. Coming off a loss to the Commanders, which is actually our first loss of the season. Already said it before that we need more depth at the D-line. Having a lot of good depth at the defensive tackle position actually really helps in simulation for your run defense. Our run defense is actually 5th right now. That's fine. Rushing game is 26. Our offense is actually what's holding us down right now. Defense is carrying. Hopefully we can flip the script on that. Dante Jackson, I wouldn't mind for another year. I definitely don't need him, but at the same time, I don't have to pay Bryce Young. We have so much money, so you might as well keep him. Von Bell, I honestly forgot he was our strong safety, but I'll just keep him for the rest of the rebuild now that I have him. Taylor Moton, of course, I want to keep you for the rest of the rebuild. Might as well. And anyone else? Oh, we have Max Duggan, however you want to say it. Hayden Hurst, no. Adam Thielen has actually been balling out for us. Maybe I'll tag him, as crazy as that sounds, but he has been getting 1,100 yards for us consistently. But let's move in to the playoffs. 14-3, top of the division. Coming off a win to the San Francisco 49ers. 10-7 Atlanta Falcons are second in the division. Bryce Young, baller. 5th best offense in the NFL. Defensively, 4th. What does he have? A lot less interceptions, same amount of touchdowns, a little less yards, but still 4,400 yards, 30 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Way better passer rating here. Javonte Williams, 18 touchdowns, 4.4 per carry, 1,200 yards. This is the production I wanted. Did Elijah Mitchell, seriously? I thought Elijah Mitchell had no touchdowns. 5 touchdowns, but Bryce Young, he was actually kind of a mover here. He was running. D'Angelo Cherry, 1,300 yards, 14 touchdowns. That's going to be an X factor, I would say. Ben Johnson, 7 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Adam Thielen has hit his regression point, so I'll let him walk. Jonathan Mingo, not really doing anything crazy. Defensively, Devin White, 124 tackles for a loss, 14 for Brian Burns, sacks 15.5 for Brian Burns, 10 for Derek Brown, 8.5 for Frankie Louvu. Brian Burns should get X factor for that. Interceptions, 2 for JC Horn. Safeties, 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. 14-3, top of the division, first round bye. Let's see what we got here for the divisional round. I'm sure we're going to get wiped out by an 8-9 team. That's how it usually always works. But 11-6 New York Giants, they're an 84 overall. We're an 86 overall. We have an 89 overall defense. We should be able to stifle them with our D-line too. No, that's just how Madden works. 28-3, we lose in the divisional round. Let's move into the offseason. And the Raiders beat the Niners in the Super Bowl. Marquise Lofton, the Raiders' new QB, auto-generated QB, wins the Super Bowl MVP. Lamar Jackson wins the league MVP. Buster Cherry, Coach of the Year, gets eliminated in the divisional round. Sure, but no Rookie of the Year for the Carolina Panthers. That's fine. We had a defensive player who really didn't play that much. 2025 retirements, we're going to see what we got for the NFC South. I'm surprised Teddy Bridgewater didn't win a Super Bowl with the Steelers. Jake Matthews retires here. Look at this. Teddy Bridgewater on the Steelers, dude. He's cracked in Madden. He's so cracked in Madden. I'm surprised he didn't win a Super Bowl with the I don't know why I got distracted there. Sorry about that. But I was surprised he doesn't win a Super Bowl with the Steelers there because, again, he's nuts in Madden. Adjust lineup. Let's see what we got for the upgrades. Yeah, Cherry gets Superstar X Factor. Johnson gets X Factor. Curtis, I called it. I knew he was progressing quickly. Superstar Dev for Curtis. That's major hits. And Javonte Williams gets Superstar Dev. We're nailing these picks. Nailing these picks, dude. Okay, come on. Come on. Brian Burns led the teams in tackles for a loss, I believe, and had 15.5 sacks and doesn't get X Factor. Sure, Madden. Sure. Let's give him X Factor here. Brian Burns honestly should have started with it. Johnson gets Star Dev. How young is Johnson? DJ Johnson's 27. He won't be bad, but he's not necessarily good either. So we're going to leave that where it is. Everything looks great on this team. If I had a little bit more time to develop a team, developing the team is the hardest part. Bryce Young's an X Factor. Maybe I could get my X Factor receiver up a little bit more because he's only an 83 overall without the boost, but he does have X Factor. Let's move into the re-signings. And for the re-signings, sure, just in case I play a 5th year, I'll accept the option for Bryce Young because he doesn't want to play here, obviously. You trade 2 first-round picks for a QB and he doesn't want to be here. Adam Thielen wants to come back. Same with Hayden Hurst. They're both just not it. I'd rather just go blow some money on a stud in free agency, so let's move into it. After free agency, yes, I know we just got some superstar offensive linemen, but I'm not going to turn down a 91 overall superstar left guard that's looking for a Super Bowl run with a team that just got off a 14-3 season. Same thing with Brian O'Neill. He's an 88 overall, while Moten. I was thinking of Jerron Morton from my Tokyo Dragons franchise series. That's totally a plug. Go watch it. But Brian O'Neill, 88 overall compared to an 82 overall. Harrison Smith has Superstar Dev, and the devs actually matter for simulation as well, not just progression. Michael Pierce has depth for the D-line, and Taki has the Superstar Dev, and he's a higher overall than our current left outside linebacker. So huge upgrade to the defense and our offensive line. Let's move in to the draft. In the first round, I'm picking up defensive tackle Laquan Redmond out of Oklahoma State. 6'6", 304, hidden dev, 92 strength. A's and B's across the board. He looks great. The 4th and potentially final season with this team. Superstar offensive line, 88 overall team. We're stacked to the brim, bro. We are stacked to the teeth. Maybe I should get a slot receiver. Defense is so stacked, dude. Redmond is an 82 overall, 81 without the boost. He's already higher than Michael Pierce, the veteran. Dude, cracked. Team is cracked. So much depth. And guess what? We still don't even have a playoff win. Still don't even have a playoff win. That's how crazy Madden AI is. It's ridiculous. We're going to get a slot receiver here for, whatchamacallit. Ooh, Adam Thielen's here. I'm going to go Kendrick Bourne, honestly. He's a 77 overall slot, so he won't be bad either there. And do I have a kicker on my team? Jake Elliott's not a bad option here. Honestly, we have the money. I'll get an 83 overall kicker when I can take one. I don't know who our current kicker is, but if Jake Elliott's on the team, why not? Got to cut 2 players now. Who do I want to cut? We're going to cut this guy, sure. And where's my kicker? Where's the other kicker? Brandon McManus, he's 35. Yeah, I'll cut Brandon McManus. Take Jake Elliott over him. We have, I believe, Stonehouse, and now we have Jake Elliott. Team's so good. I think the team very, very good here. Kendrick Bourne, obviously in the slot. Everything else looks pretty good. And yeah, I'm going to move Devin White up. Redmond's going to move up as well because I know he will progress because he already looks like a stud. And apart from that, guys, 4th and final year, we better get a playoff win and win the Super Bowl. But let's move in to the playoffs. 15-2. 91 overall team across the board. Look at my team ranks. Stacked. everywhere. I don't understand how I'm 14th in passing defense whenever I have the most depth of any team. I could say that with confidence. You can look at every team. I don't care. I have the most depth, coming off a win 24-6 against the Buccaneers. 15-2, top of the division. No sweat. No sweat here. And Bryce Young, very, very good season. Actually, is that MVP or second for MVP? Third for MVP. Second best offense in the NFL. Wonder why he didn't get it. Probably because Lamar and Mahomes probably rushed for more. Third best defense in the NFL. 38 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 4,700 yards, 117 passer rating. Rushing wise, Javonte Williams, 25 touchdowns, 4.8 per carry, 1,300 yards. Great season. Ben Johnson balled out. 113 receptions, 1,300 yards, 13 touchdowns. I mean, he's an X factor for a reason. Kendrick Bourne, the new signing, balled out in the slot, 10 touchdowns, almost 1,100 yards. D'Angelo Cherry with almost 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. And Jonathan Mingo, 6 touchdowns, 772 yards. Defensively, Devin White, 125 tackles for a loss, 22 for Derek Brown, sacks, 17 for Brian Burns, 11.5 for Latuan Redmond, the second string defensive tackle and second string rush defensive tackle. He's going to be a beast, wearing 69. Nice. Frankie Louvu, 10.5 sacks, 18 tackles for a loss. Derek Brown, 22 tackles for a loss, very good, 9.5 sacks. 5 interceptions for Devin White. That's probably X factor, 0 safeties, and 1 defensive touchdown. If I'm being honest, I just skipped past it. I didn't expect us to have a defensive touchdown, but we're going to see what we got here in the divisional round. If I lose in the back-to-back divisional rounds after getting back-to-back best teams, especially to the 9-8 Cardinals, I'm going to throw something, bro. We're 7 overalls higher. Should be a smoke. This should not be close. Not even close. 28-0. As expected, here to face the 10-7 Los Angeles Rams to move on to the Super Bowl. Here we are against the Los Angeles Rams. They're going to start out with nothing. We're going to punt as well, but it's a rain game, so slippery ball here, but we're up 14-0 against the Rams. I mean, I have a 91 overall team, and it really helps that I don't have to pay Bryce Young right now. I mean, he's on a 5th year, so he's getting paid, I believe, like $20 million right now. Still a lot, but it's not enough to really make a huge difference right now. 35-7, 35-14 is going to be your final score as the Panthers clear their way to the Super Bowl. No sweat. In the Super Bowl, here to face the 13-4 Indianapolis Colts, the 1 seed versus the 1 seed. I would honestly much rather face the Colts than the Chiefs, so thank God Chiefs got eliminated in the conference championship. But let's look at the team upgrades. Offensively, surprisingly, Javonte Williams does not get X Factor. Ben Johnson had an amazing season. The best you can do is be like, yeah, 82 overall without the boost. That's the best we can do. Taylor Moton is going to leech a Super Bowl off the Panthers here, and honestly, Kendrick Bourne, even though it doesn't do anything, I'm going to give him star dev, dude. Come on. 1,100 yards, double-digit touchdowns. He had a good season. Like, let's be real here. He had a good season. If you don't agree, then sucks to be you. The video is already posted. Nothing you can do about it. Defensively, let's see what we got. Redmond is a superstar dev. Did he come with that? I don't think he did, since he has a bunch of XP boost here. He did not come with it. Really? He looked like a stud coming out of the draft, and he is. He's amazing. He's been really, really good for us. Harrison Smith is going to get a Super Bowl probably. He's going to get a Super Bowl attempt here. But still, we can't underestimate the Colts. They're the number 1 seed as well as us. But let's move into the Super Bowl to hopefully give the Panthers their first ever Super Bowl win. Here we are against the Indianapolis Colts. They start out 3-0. We're going to start out with 7. Come on, 6-7. Defense is holding pretty nice right now. Need the offense to step it up a little bit more, but it's 13-10 at halftime, 17-13. Only 6-minute quarters though. 17-13. Ooh, this is looking bad. They are on the march here down the field. We got the ball. I'm not going to choke this. I'm just going to run the ball and finish it. We have Javonte Williams. We got to use him. 2nd and 18. I got a pass here. It's a boot slide. Why is an offensive lineman on the field? Please catch the ball. Why? I guess Moton is now actually doing something, playing second string tight end. Okay. Dude, look at how stacked their D-line is. Holy crap. Can I look at this real quick? I can't even look at theirs. Look at their D-line. Superstar, X Factor, Shaq Leonard. Dude, that's a crazy defense that the Colts got going on, but it doesn't matter. Javonte Williams rips right through it. 2-minute warning. 2nd and 5. No more timeouts for the Colts. Cut it right up the gut with Javonte Williams, and we're going to start ticking away this clock and finishing up this game. And with that, we're not going to be taking any risk. 4th and goal, coming down to a knee. Not even going to bother taking the field goal. I know we set one up. Doesn't matter. 17-13 is your final score. Super low scoring Super Bowl. Doesn't matter. Carolina Panthers clear their way to Super Bowl years 1 through 3. didn't have a playoff win. Years 1 and 2 didn't even have a playoff appearance. Then in this 4th year, clearing our way to the Super Bowl. No sweat, no debate, not even a conversation. We are the best team in the league. A 10-year rebuild of this team would be sick. So if you guys do want a 10-year rebuild of this team, make sure you like and or subscribe. We're still going to see who the Super Bowl MVP is. Get 100 likes on this video for a 10-year rebuild. But let's move into the re-sign players. And Bryce Young wins the Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes wins the league MVP. Buster Cherry wins the Coach of the Year. And Latuan Redman, I hate that first name, he wins the Rookie of the Year. But anyways, guys, apart from that, I thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.